Hey everyone, it's Kay, and for today's video, I decided to challenge myself to find one nail polish for each letter of the alphabet. And this video was actually inspired by a nail polish Reddit user, but I decided to give my version a little twist. So I gave myself two rules. Number one is that I could not buy any new polish to make this video. I had to find a nail polish within my stash for each letter. And also, the nail polishes that I chose have to be like a 10 out of 10. They have to be a polish that I genuinely love, that I could see representing my official nail polish alphabet. Spoiler alert, I do end up breaking one of those rules. And since this is inspired by the nail polish community, I would love to keep it within the community and keep it going. So I do want to tag Laume from the Coquia Faina channel and also Stephanie the Polished Yogi. I would love to see their versions of the nail polish alphabet. So I hope they give it a try. But with that said and out of the way, let's get into my alphabetical sesh. Starting, of course, with the letter A, which is for Am I Everything You Fear by Mooncat. Now, since this video has so many swatches, I'm not gonna do my typical commentary, but I will pop in to announce the polish, give some fun facts, and to shout out any polishes that almost made the cut but didn't. In this case, that would be Absinthe Minded by Sassy Sauce. B is for Blueprint by ILMP. There was no way I could choose any other polish to represent the letter B, but I do want to give a shout out to Beetlejuice. Say that again one more time because I'm not going to. Made by Night Owl Lacquer, definitely a really fun Halloween polish, but you know, Blueprint has been one of my top blues for years, so I couldn't dare go with any other. C is for Codez by Death Valley Nails. Shout out to Cheeky Bottoms from Cracked Polish and also Celestial Shimmer by Arctic Fox. I probably would have gone with one of those two had Codez not come out just recently in Death Valley Nails spring collection. It's one of those polishes that I liked so much I got a backup for. D is for Dragon Scales by Mooncat. I had two other choices, strong choices, which were Dark Like My Heart from Cracked Polish and also Deeply Superficial by Halo Taco. There is no doubt E is for Express Yourself by Sassy Sauce. E had no other contenders. There is no doubt that this polish is the one and only one that could represent the letter E in my nail polish alphabet. This polish has me in a chokehold. It's one of those polishes that I don't want to use because I don't want to run out of it. I've only used it once as a full manicure. F is, of course, for Flamingo by Cert Colors. There were two other choices that I was really kind of like fighting myself over, which were Funny Feelings by Hello Taco and also Forces of Evil by Mooncat. Ultimately, I think I went with Flamingo just because it was one of those polishes that when I first got it, it kind of blew my mind. Not to say that the other two didn't, but I don't know. It could just be that it's pink, and you know, me and pink are like PB&J. Like ham and cheese or Oreos and milk. G is absolutely for Gray Matters by Cracked Polish. I don't even know if I have any other G's in my stash, but it doesn't matter. I need not look any further. G is for Gray Matters, that is a fact. H is for House of Hades by Mooncat. There was no way I couldn't go with this one because this polish has single-handedly scratched my itch when it comes to royal blues. It's just one of those polishes that makes you feel like you won't find a better one. So without a doubt, H goes to Hades House. I is for It's a Deal, It's a Steal, It's the Sale of the Fucking Century by Naps and Nails. This is a thermal and we'll be checking out that thermal effect in a few. The reason I went with this one is because still to this day, it's kind of weird to me how much I love this polish because it's kind of a vibe that I don't typically go for. So it's absolutely worthy of representing the letter I. J is for Jewel Beetle by Mooncat. This is where the breaking of the rules began. Remember I mentioned that every polish I chose had to be like a 10 out of 10 in my mind. It had to be a polish that I love. Not to say that I don't really like a Jewel Beetle, but to be quite honest, I didn't really have a stronger option for the letter J. So I went with Jewel Beetle, a polish that I really like. I don't plan on destashing it, but I think I could have chosen something better had I had something better. K is for Kuromi by Vivid Lacquer. And I went with this one. This one actually was another really easy choice because this polish meets like all my criteria, like everything that I'm looking for in a polish. It lets me see some visible nail line. The elements are big enough to where I can easily see them. The color combo is just perfect. We have purple and blue. So yeah, easy choice. L could be for no other than Lana Del Rey by Death Valley Nails. This is a matte and thermal polish, which I'm gonna show you the thermal action in just a few. So for those of you who haven't seen my 2024 Nail Polish Awards video, I gave Lana Del Rey the award for my favorite polish of 2024. So this was another decision that required no brain cells. M is definitely for Mole Guishin by Bee's Knees. I also could have gone with Marvin Zindler by Death Valley Nails. Ultimately, even though they are two really unique nail polishes, I did decide to go with Mole Guishin just because it just stands out in my nail seasoning collection, and it's also a polish that I recently got, so I'm still like a little head over heels over it. Also, if you're liking the video, we're about halfway in already, so you're welcome to hit the like button and even subscribe if you wanted to. I'm here every week with a new swatch sesh. And is for NSFW Jelly by Cert Colors. For just two simple reasons. One, it's black, and two, it's a jelly. O is no doubt for Oops 8 by Phoenix Indie Polish. There is no other O in my eyes. This is the one and only. I love it so much that I got a backup, and I don't know if I've been saying this a lot about nail polishes, but the fact is that I don't buy a lot of backups. I don't have a lot of them because I don't like to spend money twice on the same polish, but you know, there's just some that you just gotta. P is for Petals by ILMP. I feel like any other polish would not have made any sense. Petals is definitely one of the more striking pink colors in my collection. It has a little bit of an electric vibe to it as well. And the other thing I really appreciate about it is that it has this shift to orange in indirect lighting. Q is for the Queen of the Dead by Mooncat. This is a thermal polish, and I feel like I kind of broke the rules here again just a little bit because I do really like this polish, but it's a little bit more on the dark side. You know, she's vampy, she's that vibe, which I don't mind, but if I had something that was more lively and more funky and more colorful, I think I would have gone with that. Still, Queen of the Dead, she's iconic, so I don't really mind having her represent Q. R is for Royal Jelly by Cert Colors. Another letter that didn't have any other contenders. Royal Jelly is such a beautiful shade of purple, and it's also a jelly. I feel like I had to kind of like restrain myself to not include more jellies. S is 100% for Stagnant Water by Death Valley Nails. It has become a tradition on this channel to give a shout out to Pond Gunk anytime Stagnant Water makes an appearance for inspiring this brand to make this polish. Stagnant Water does not only represent the letter S, it represents me as a person. It represents my soul. It's basically me if I was nail polish, which I intend to be in my next lifetime. T is for The Diabolical Mojo Jojo by Mooncat. I was also torn between this one and The Sink After He Shaves by Death Valley Nails. I feel like the reason I went with this one is because the other one is a thermal, which we all know their lifespan, so it will one day pass away, leaving me with only one color shift, while the Diabolical Mojo Jojo will remain this way forever and ever. So ultimately, I gave T to this one. U is for Under the Stars by Morgan Taylor. Another letter in which I broke the rules. I was having the hardest time finding a polish that started with the letter U in my stash. I had Under the Stars, but to be quite honest, I would have 100% gone with another option had I had one that was a little bit more lively. Still though, I really like the glitters here. That's kind of what made me go with it. Just goes to show what a little bit of glitter can do to the right person. V is for Vaporize by Mooncat. This polish, I have had to thin it out a few times because it got really thick, so I'm not really sure if the opacity level is where it would normally be at. I think that it's a little thinned out, so maybe before I may have needed 2 coats, whereas now I need 3. Regardless though, still a top polish, and it's absolutely suitable to represent V. W is for Warty Witch by Clionadh Cosmetics. Fun fact, this polish is originally a mini size bottle, but I did get 2 backups of the collection this polish dropped in just to make full-size bottles of several polishes in that collection just because I love them so much. I mean, are you kidding me? There's no way a mini would have lasted me at all. X is gonna go to XOXO Jelly by Cert Colors. It's pink, it's a jelly, it deserves the X. Y is for Yes We Crayon by KB Shimmer. I actually thought I wasn't going to be able to find a polish that I loved for the letter Y, but then I remembered Yes We Crayon and I kind of had this crazy muscle reflex to go and grab it for this video. It's definitely one of the most beautiful pink to orange color shifting nail polishes that I have ever seen. Z is for Zoophagus Zombie by Clionadh Cosmetics. I 100% broke the rules on this one because I like this polish, I have it for a reason, but I would have easily gone for another, I don't know, more funky, brighter, more colorful, maybe a pink, maybe a green, you know, maybe a color that I like just a little bit more than this gray and blue color combo, but I had to go with what I had, and this is literally the only polish that I have in my stash that starts with the letter Z. TLDL with a little sprinkle of cheating, we got through my nail polish alphabet with the letters J, Q, U, and Z being the rule breakers. So I would love to hear what you would have picked for those 4 letters, but here's an even harder challenge. If you know of a polish that starts with the Latin letter ñ, immediately drop that in the comments because I wanted to honor the alphabet that I grew up with by including a polish that starts with ñ, but I couldn't find any. So let's catch up in the comments. I really hope you enjoyed the alphabetical sesh. I'll see you on the next one, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching so much. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.